8月15日のブルワーズ2戦目の試合前にロートベット捕手が LA 放送局にゲスト出演しました。その中でカーショウらベテランと組む時の面白いエピソードも披露され、ロートベットの人柄のわかる楽しいインタビューでしたので訳しました。ご覧ください。
The Dodgers' new catching tandem. It is Ben Rortvedt. He is back in Los Angeles. He's got the headset on, joining us live right now from the dugout. Ben, thank you so much for coming on with us. I want to say welcome back to the Dodgers. And I also want to go back to August 2nd because you're playing a game in Rochester, New York that night for the Mets AAA team. 2 nights later, you're in the starting lineup at Wrigley Field playing for the Dodgers. So take us through what you were doing when you found out that you were traded and also that you're going back to the big leagues to rejoin this Dodgers team.
How's it go, guys? Thanks for having me. That was a Sunday. So we played in Rochester. I was in Syracuse. We drove back. A lot of us lived together, so we had a bonfire that night because we have off on Mondays. So we stayed up late at the bonfire, had some beers. Actually, someone on the Brewers, not G1 Bay, lives at one of the houses. So we were enjoying our pre-night of the off day. Got in bed late, and then my phone started buzzing. So picked up that phone call and ended up not sleeping too much that night. So, but it was a good no sleep.
Benny, what's going on? This is Jared. First of all, as you know, your biceps have become a phenomenon. And right when you came on air, you're adjusting your headset, and those 24-inch pythons were coming through the TV screen. Love that you were able to do that. I have a question for you. Now, I played in that in that league you played in, Syracuse, Rochester. I want to know, does Rochester still have that hot tub in right center field? They still have that? I got to know.
Hot tub. Right center field hot tub. I have no idea about the right center field hot tub, but I don't spend much time out in right center. I want to hit balls out there, but I have no idea about the hot tub.
Tell you what, I'll tell you a story about me, Mark DeRosa, and George Lombard Sr. one of the day about that hot tub a little later.
Yeah, that place is in good shape now. They did a good job. They redid the clubhouses, so it's a little better than a couple of years ago.
Nice.
Hey Ben, this is Nomar. Well, first of all, welcome back. It's so good to see you. You know, when you first came over came over to the Dodgers, you seemed to assimilate. You seemed to just adapt just so quickly and easily. It was pretty impressive. Am I accurate in saying that? Was it really that easy? And if so, what made it so easy for you to assimilate here?
Yeah, it didn't really feel easy. It was more of a sink or swim situation. I'm glad I swam and didn't sink. But yeah, it was cool. I mean, it's really not cool, the situation that I've ended up here the past 2 years. Sadly, it's because of injuries, and no one wants to see that. I root for these guys. I'm fans of everyone in this clubhouse, especially these catchers, Will and Rushing. They're extremely good at what they do. So it's another situation where I come in here and I'm just trying to keep the ball rolling. These guys are extremely talented. The pitching staff is really good, and I'm just trying to keep them afloat, keep them doing what they do, and if I'm doing that, then I'm in good shape and I'm going to get raving reviews. But yeah, these guys, it's more trying to assist them in what they do and try to make them the best at what they do.
I think it's kind of interesting, Ben, that essentially you and Hunter Fiducia were traded for each other last year at the deadline, and now you're teammates. But I want to go back to last year in part because you come over to a new organization. You catch someone like Clayton Kershaw, 3-time Cy Young Award winner, future Hall of Famer, and you caught him 4 times. And then now you caught Tarek Skubal's first game here as a Dodger. What are some of the challenges when you're working not just with new guys on a pitching staff, but maybe some of the all-time greats as well? Because I imagine they're a little particular in their own way.
Yeah, I'm watching Clayton play catch with his kids right now. It's really cool on his bobblehead night. But those two guys are so good at what they do, and they understand themselves so well that it's trying to get to know them as a pitcher more than I'd say the opposing lineup, honestly. So the more I can understand them and what makes them tick, kind of how they like to move the ball around, the better we're going to be. The less shakes and the quicker innings are going to go by. So I think it's just understanding them as pitchers more than anybody. I know Clayton was pretty particular, and it's kind of most of the start days is trying to simplify and stay out of their way, honestly. Clayton, I know I felt that way. A lot of people warned me going ahead of those games, like, hey, don't step on his toes. He's kind of particular in start day, stay out of his way. So I'm a talker, and it was kind of hard for me to do that when I'm kind of I'm a people pleaser behind the plate. I want to make sure I'm doing the right thing, but it was more pipe down and get in a squat. So
Is Tarek similar to Kirsch that way? Is he particular?
For setups and some stuff, yes. He likes the way he pitches. He's particular in kind of the style he likes pitching. But just trying to make sure that I'm in the proper positions for him to execute. It definitely was going to be a not a challenge, but a learning process with coming him over. I know he was in Detroit his whole career, so I think all of us are adjusting a little bit on kind of how he likes to do things, and now we're off and running.
Yeah, back to Kershaw. I was his teammate for a couple years, and I loved playing behind him at third base, second base, because we knew how intense he was on start day. But not starting, he was the best teammate, the best cheerleader. I want to ask you,
awesome.
Benny, you've been around now the block. What makes this Dodger organization so special?
Everyone just does such a good job within their own preparation. Is extremely impressive. It's hard to not get better when everybody's on the same page. Everyone's here early. Everyone does the same thing every day. It might get adjusted a little day in and day out, but everyone's here early. Everyone's working on their own craft, whether that be someone in a particular fashion does something their own way, someone does it a different way, but everyone is so tuned in to what they do on a day-to-day basis that you fall in your routines really fast, and everyone's extremely accountable and keeps each other accountable. I think it just starts from the top down. I mean, our older guys are so good that honestly, you don't really have to. You don't get checked much because you kind of check yourself when you walk in the room. So it's a really good thing to have these older guys around who kind of set the tone for everybody.
Hey, Benny, I want to let you know that I just got word in my ear that the hot tub is still there in Rochester. It's still there.
Well, he's not going back there.
Exactly.
He's not
Yeah,
in there.
I just want to see the hot tub, but if I go back, I'll try and check it out.
Go there in the off season, brother. When it's cold, it's lovely.
Well, Ben, you were certainly an unsung hero for this team last year when you had to take over in the starting role down the stretch in September and also those first few games in October. And boy, we loved watching you also enjoy yourself at the parade and the championship rally. Hopefully there's another one in your future this year. Thank you so much for spending a few minutes with us tonight.
Thanks, Ben.
Yeah, thanks, Ben.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. Have a great one. Appreciate it.